Yo, what's up guys? This week I was working on some content, going through my usual pile of emails, and I spotted one from a design platform that I hadn't tried before, Venngage. Now, Venngage is interesting. They're a little bit different than what we're used to. They focus on things like infographics, one-pagers, reports, that kind of stuff. But they have some really cool AI-powered tools that I thought would be really fun to play around with. And I thought, why not? Let's give it a shot. See what kind of cool stuff we can make using Venngage. Turns out it's actually super handy for creators if you're trying to make things like stream schedules and promos, put in analytics into sponsors or potential collaborations, things like that we're honestly probably not spending enough time doing. They've got over 40 free AI design tools, smart suggestions that help with layouts and styling and all kinds of customizable templates that you can make fit your brand, your vibe. Plus, it's all browser-based, nothing to download, free to register. You get unlimited AI once you sign up for the paid side, but you get a lot of free AI stuff as well. Anyway, today we're going to be making two real-world use cases that I would use Venngage for. So we're going to be making a stream schedule that you can post on, Twitter, Discord, wherever you'd want it to go. Then we're going to try to make a channel analytics that we could send to potential sponsors or collaborations, just things like that we need but probably don't have or use. So let's jump into Venngage. All right, so right here, this is the Venngage website. I will have it, of course, linked down in the description below. So if you go to Venngage.com, should bring you into a page just like this. Go ahead and sign up for free. I'm just gonna log in and work on using the DesignAI features that they have. So I'm just gonna click DesignAI, and I've actually used AI to generate my prompts. And so I generated these prompts in ChatGPT. I encourage you to do the same. As soon as I find them, I just gave ChatGPT the information I wanted, and it kind of spit this out. But it is create a weekly stream schedule graphic for a Twitch streamer, include days of the week, Monday to Sunday. We'll say include days of the week. Yeah, we'll leave it with time slots and game titles. Use a bold, modern style that fits the gaming aesthetic. Include space for social media handles and a title that says this week's stream schedule. Bright, eye-catching. Pop that in there, see what it makes for us, and then we'll go in further and edit it. So the cool thing, you're not just stuck with whatever it makes you. It actually makes you something that you can go in and edit. Okay. That's pretty solid. Let's go ahead and regenerate it and see if it gives us something different the second time. Now, this is something interesting I think that we can work with. Let's jump into this one. Now, again, it's not perfect. It gives you a starting point, right? So I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to work my way down. I will say I'm not a fan of this font. I'm not a fan of fonts that are harder to read when you're like further away. So it's okay to read right there. If I zoom out, it's very, very hard to read, right? So I'm just gonna change this out for another bold font. I do like the style that it chose. Go with something like this. Of course, if it were my own brand, I'd be using my own brand fonts and colors, but we're just gonna say it's not for now. We're just gonna add in the days that we stream. So let's say we stream on Sunday. We'll stream on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. You're a 4-day-a-week kind of streamer. You're getting after it, okay? I am not. If you've been to my stream lately, you'll know that I haven't been streaming as much lately. We'll go here and we can actually just change this out. So let's say we want to change this to, I don't know, see what we're working with here. But all we have to do is hit replace. I did that real quick. So if you click on this, you can go to replace. And then there are some recommended options. There are collections. Let's see if in icons, let's see if I can find like a gun, something that would fit. Like say I'm playing FPS games on Sundays. On Sundays, we're playing FPS games. So let's see. We'll go with like this one. And then all I have to do is click it and it automatically replaces it. I think that's such a cool tool. I don't have to drag it in and put it in there perfectly. Let's see, on this day, we're playing, let's go like Fireball. I don't know if there'll be a Fireball under icons. Good enough, right? Okay, let's see. And on Fridays, we're doing a podcast stream, right? And so we will have, a podcast icon. There we go. Something like that, right? I like this one, just says pop. It doesn't fit my theme. Come on. There we go, we'll take that. Okay. So then we could go in here and pretty quickly say, honestly, we got ChatGPT. I would use ChatGPT and I would say, generate up some text for my Sunday stream where I'm playing FPS games, right? And then I could change this text here to like join on Twitch and YouTube, right? Something like that. And then within, what was that? 5 minutes? How long have I been recording? Is there a way to like change all the colors together? Oh, there is. Look at that. So that I'm just now kind of finding on my own. And all of this, interestingly enough, is like accessibility. So it is helping with readability and stuff for like, this has like cataracts, low vision, or lets you allows you to see it in that. Interesting. Okay. All right. See, this is what happens when you find stuff, you just start playing and it gets cool. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what this is. Maybe it's not. It's just a recoloring. Maybe it's showing it to you in, yes, I think that's what's happening here. It is showing to you what it would be if someone had complete color blindness. So that as you're changing your colors, you can go back and check and make sure it's readable to everyone, which is really, really awesome. Now I'm realizing someone with low vision would struggle with this particular design. Interesting. Okay. That's really cool. Did not realize that was there. Now you can check your design. What am I checking it for? Okay, so now it's finding issues. Text size, I failed. So I have some text size that is too small. Yeah, you're seeing it right here. Very cool. So you can actually go in and do an accessibility checker, which I think is really awesome. Okay. Honestly, didn't know I was getting into any of that. But here we could go in and we could bump up this size. I agree, this is a little bit hard to read. So let's say we wanted to bump that up. We can kind of do the same here. We change that to what, 27. And then we of course can make all this a lot more legible. And we can kind of work with it from here. But once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy to use. And of course, over here we'll have more templates that we could access, more templates we could use. We're gonna add in text, add in shapes, lines, any of that we want to build things out ourselves. We have an absolute massive amount here of icons, which is fantastic. Love using icons and designs. Images, of course, there is its image library where it's probably pulling from, some free stock photo sites like Unsplash. And then we have charts that we can use, which is cool. We can grab, a pie chart and throw one out there. Different maps and stuff. Very cool. Okay. Then I could access my projects. And then if I had a brand kit built, I could actually use all of my brand kit stuff. So if I had my color palette and everything in there, there's actually, you can shuffle the color palette. Perfect. So if I had my own color palette created, I could just shuffle it in there. Okay. And then it automatically matches my branding. So if you go forward and create your brand kit, which I highly recommend you do, you can go in here and just shuffle your colors in there. I wonder if you would be able to like just shuffle your fonts in there, or yeah, you can. Look at that. It has changed out all of the fonts here. Looks like to Roboto, which would be my brand font. Really, really cool. That is handy. I absolutely love that. I'm also noticing this is not like perfectly lined up, which is gonna bother me. I'm not like OCD in anything other than design. So right there, we'd have a pretty cool and branded stream schedule by using our brand kit. Then we could go over to our accessibility. Let me close this out. Let's see. How did I access that accessibility earlier? I clicked here and then it showed me low contrast. And here we go. I did the visual and then I could go over here and check it. Let's redo it. Yeah, rescan. And now I'm down to 8. So I could go through and correct these, or I can run with it how it is, But with that said, pretty easy stream schedule. Now let's go back. We're gonna start all the way over, and now I want to create using DesignAI. I'm gonna close these. Using DesignAI, I want to try to create a like analytics. I don't know. I already told ChatGPT to write it out for me, so this is what ChatGPT wrote. Design a channel analytics one pager to pitch to potential sponsors. Include space for viewer count, follower growth, engagement rate, top game stream demographic. Okay, all the stuff. Let's just see what it. And these are actually really handy. Something I have made for my own brand that I send out to sponsors frequently. If you're wondering how I've landed some of my sponsors, this is how. Of course, I spent hours creating mine in Photoshop, but this is a AI way to do this. And of course, if we don't like what it gives us the first time, we can go and create more. So this is actually giving us a multi-page, which is good. This is probably the more common way to do one. I've created a single page for myself, but right here we have a multi-page presentation that we could create for our brand. And so, what? Actually, I like the design of this. So let's go and jump into it. Now, as I said, this is a multi-page, but this is probably the more common way to do it. But we could say something like, all right, I can spell, but I can't type. That's what I'm finding out. Okay, Dr. Hill's brand, right? I could type this out and then say, look forward partnering. By the way, guys, please do not copy this if you're planning to send it to sponsors. I would put a lot more thought and a lot more into this. I would delete this. I would add in my streamer name. I'll obviously add in all of your information here. Then we would just go to, the next page. And here I might say like channel info, and then I would use ChatGPT to write up a like brand key statement, vision statement or whatever for it. And then I would go to the next one. And here we would say like, you know, games we streams. Ooh, I can't talk either. Okay. And then we could go through here and be like, you know, Fortnite, Minecraft, you know, or what would probably be more helpful at this point, maybe we could put in a screenshot like, you know, we could go and get our analytics and we would say, you know, our demographics is so much male, so much female, and it's between these ages and these ages, right? We're trying to give sponsors really good information that they would want if they want to partner with us, right? Because one thing that you got to remember is sponsors know their primary demographic. And so we may want to tell them like, hey, my primary demographic matches your primary demographic. Let's partner together. And this is a great way to turn a hobby into a business, right? But we can go on, you know, Apex Legends. I don't know. I haven't gamed in a while, guys. There's probably a bunch of new games out that I know nothing about anymore. Anyway, we can finish filling that out. We would go on to the next page. And maybe here is where we would put in our channel demographics, right? And then we'll stretch this out and make that all in one line, put in some text that works there. And then we might say like ages, right? Then we could go through and of course change these icons for fit. So maybe we want to show how much of our demographics is male, and we would, you know, this little symbol in there, right? We want to show how much of our demographics is female, and so we'd put the opposite symbol. I mean, I feel like at this point, my tutorial is becoming redundant. You would know how to kind of change and edit these. But really quickly, using AI, you can create a really cool analytics presentation. Maybe that's the right word for it. An analytics presentation, so that you could send this as you're sending messages to potential sponsors. You're reaching out. You're not just saying, hey, I stream on Twitch and I play these games. You're actually showing, hey, I stream on Twitch and I'm reaching the same audience that you're reaching. Let's partner together, right? That is... Honestly, I don't want to spit out sponsor names, but that's how I've got a lot of my sponsors, if you know my sponsors. And some of them are pretty big names in the streaming world. So, but I've created something similar to this, and I've sent that out along with a message like, hey, I think it'd be cool if we work together. Let me know what you think. And yeah, that's been it. So that is the tutorial. I hope that you see, I just showed just a small little tiny bit of what Venngage can do. I hope that as you get in, you play around, you use the DesignAI, you create different templates, right? You play around with it. I believe that you can make a lot of different things that can be very useful for your brand in your stream. Anyway, if you enjoyed it, let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're making videos just like this very frequently. Anyway, I hope to see you guys in the next one.